am making a caramelized onion goat cheese tart. Are we done? Oh, hi. I keep forgetting. I'm not. Maybe I should talk about my show. I don't know about it yet. That is the honest truth. I just want to teach you how to cook. That's all I want to do. I just want to expand on your repertoire at home. That's it. Because life is meant to be fucking enjoyed. You understand? With the people you love and those that bring you joy. I'm making a caramelized onion goat cheese tart with my favorite simple press-in tart shell. There's no need to refrigerate and let it rest. There's no need to roll it out, even though I'm doing a quick roll, so I shouldn't say that. But this is not a butter pastry crust. This is could be dairy-free press-in crust. It's so good, and it is super easy to make, like ridiculously easy to make, okay? You ready? Now, I've prepped 4 yellow onions, medium. They're a little bigger than this. And I just want to get that party started before, so you don't watch me slice onions, but you just want this nice yellow onions. You could use red, white, or a little stronger than yellow, but you could use red, you could use leeks, you could use green onions, you could use onions. But these are easy. You could pick up a bag at the market, and or in your garden. So you want to get started on caramelizing these guys because they are going to take 20 minutes to break down. So I am using a hot pot to caramelize my onions. Why? Because the lighting is better here. I disappear there. That's where my oven is. So. The onions are here. All right, melt some butter. Melt, 2 tablespoons butter. And I'm gonna get started on the crust. Now, this is my favorite thing to make for lunch. If somebody's coming over the next day, it reheats beautifully. It lasts a few days in the fridge, absolutely. It's good cold and it's good warm. So this is what you need. You need a removable pie tart. You need a removable pie pan. Removable. Jesus Christ. Waiting for your butter to melt is like waiting for your water to boil. Is like waiting for your life to begin. Life passes by so quick. I think I'm having another hot flash. Okay, onions in. I don't think it's called a hot flash. It's called an emotional moment. Now, women have had emotional moments all our lives. We have. We get our fucking period at whatever, 15, 16. Emotion. We get our fucking eggs jumping every month. Emotion. We get pregnant. Emotion. We fall in love. We get our hearts broken. Emotion, emotion, emotion. We are emotional creatures, women. We are. Get used to it if you haven't already. And then we get into our 40s and we start getting dropped hormonally. Everything starts falling down. Our face, our breasts, our ass, our hormones. What a show, huh? You ready? So you know what we do? We cook. I cook. Life Lessons in the Kitchen with Aria. That's gonna be the name of the show. Cut your onions if you're having a bad day so you can cry. Caramelize this shit so you could work on your patience. Welcome to my show. Salt. Saute. Black pepper. Turn it. I don't know how much. Thyme works really well here. I would say thyme, I would say dried oregano. Roll them out with your fingers. Marjoram. You want dry. Dry always intensifies the flavor of the herbs, and it's just gonna add another layer. As you can see, it's a pile of onions. I'm gonna add a little olive oil. Basically what's gonna happen is these are gonna break down. This is gonna take, as I said, 20 minutes. You're gonna get started on this right now. So you want it broken down, soft, kind of lightly brown. They get sweeter. The sugar in the onion intensifies and it creates a fabulous base for your tart. Okay, we're moving on to our crust. Thought I brought out the flour, but I haven't. Okay, so we're gonna do, this is my new favorite, my new favorite flour. It's called einkorn. It's a wheat, it's a particular wheat flour. I don't know if I have enough. So, in a bowl, you are gonna use a cup. Ooh, I just got enough. 1 1/4 cup flour. All-purpose, spelt, whole wheat. And then, to lighten it up, we are gonna do 1 cup I'm sorry, it's not right. 1/2 cup of almond flour. You don't need it, but I like it. It lights up the flour. It lightens up the flour. It adds a little bit of a crunch to it. Whisk them together. We're doing 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. My favorite part's coming up. We're whisking all the dry. Done. Now, you are just gonna make a little hole in the center of your flour, a bow, and you are gonna add olive oil. A good one, not a super fancy one. This is my favorite all-purpose olive oil. It's from Italy. 1/3 cup in the middle. Milk of choice. I am a goat milk woman, as are my kids. So I'm using goat milk. You want a whole milk? I'm sure you could use a plant-based milk in here. And you gon' whisk. Whisk it all together. Probably gonna switch over to a spatula because it gets a little sticky. So you don't whisk it, you use a spatula or a spoon. Now it's a little wet, so I'm gonna add a couple more tablespoons of flour. And I'm just gonna use my hands because what we're going for is a soft as a baby's bottom. You don't want it too wet, you don't want it too dry. I've just upped my flour. That's what's hard about a recipe. It's really just the ballpark. Now it's getting good. You see, I'm just rolling it in the pot. Now, I could pre-do this. I could have done this yesterday if I was organized. But you see how lovely that is? You see? You press it, you see your finger print, and it's not sticking to my hand. Just putting some parchment paper down so it doesn't stick to my cutting board. I'm just gonna quickly, oops, should probably have another, whoops. We're basically just wanting to get a little even kind of circle. Now I'm smelling my onions are cooking, so it's when you do a little toss around. Now you could use a pre-baked shell, crust, whatever you want to call it. You could absolutely do a butter crust, which I have done many times, but this is, I don't know, light and lovely. And I am going to just, with the small remaining oil, just lightly oil the pan so it doesn't stick. Now, you know, it's not perfect. All you're gonna do is put it in your vessel. The beautiful thing with the press-in crust is that no one will know how you got it in there. You just use your hands. It's very delicate, and you want to press it evenly on the bottom and evenly up the sides. Is anyone seeing this? I don't know. It's almost there. Ready? You see it? You just want to make sure that you don't have any rips or holes or anything. This is going to preheat for 10 minutes. This is my favorite goat cheese. Sadly, they sold their company and I have to find a new goat cheese. It is a aged goat cheddar. So I use like a block in here, pretty much. You could use Gruyere cheese in exchange for goat. You could absolutely use another cow. You could use sheep cheese. You want a strong, flavorful cheese that will complement your caramelized oignon. What is that? 2 cups, maybe? 2 cups cheese. We're gonna use 3 eggs, and we're gonna use a half a cup of milk. Half a cup. Milk of choice. 3 eggs. Hard surface. Cracking. There's a little trick I learned by living on the land when we used to have 8 million chickens. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. Tip: if you crack your egg and your eggshell goes into your bowl, do not use your fingertip to try to get it out. You can successfully, but it might take a minute. Use your shell to scoop. The shell acts as a binder for the eggshell, and it's like it's parting a little too hard in here. Okay, almost done, so close. Oh, so close. Okay. Half a teaspoon of salt. Whisking is done. What is that? My onions have completed their party. Turning this off. But do you see how much they have broken down? They were piled high, but now little puffed up. You obviously want to let it cool down a little bit. Ooh, you see how puffy it got? Okay, you ready to do this tart? The tart is relatively cool-ish to the touch. The thing is, you just don't want it to be piping hot so it, cooks your eggs and you have scrambled eggs, which would be terrible. First bit, you want to sprinkle the bottom of the tart with some cheese. I might need some more cheese, but I'm gonna let this puppy go. Then you are gonna layer, scatter your hot, it's still hot, onions. Much like a lasagna, kind of. You do your layers. Okay. Now we're gonna pour, just whisking. So you're pouring this all around. Kind of get in there, making sure that it, evenly goes around, which it will. Super important to be on a baking sheet because sometimes it drips. Then you're going to top it with the cheese. I'm going to do a little bit more onion, just because I have it. Pretty. Top it with cheese because, don't want to waste it. A touch more. You feel it out. Party with it. Boom, boom. Done, done. When there's a time. I'm going to have to go in the garden and get a time. Okay, here we go. And then back in the oven for 30 minutes. All right. This took about 25 minutes. My oven runs hot, so I thought it was going to take a little longer, but thank you. Gorgeous. I mean, this tart really makes me excited. Why? Because first of all, it's beautiful. And look at this, babe. Walk over here, please. Right? You don't need really a garnish. A caramelized goat cheese tart. It's hot!
You can see we're using iPhones. Someone stole our camera.
That's a whole other story.
But it's working out. It's not bad. You can shoot on an iPhone.
Hold on. No. It's just still hot. Gotta take off my new bracelet. Okay, beautiful. Right?
Smells good.
To me, I think everything is a little bit better today too. This soup is better today, isn't it? It's richer. Maybe you want to grab
So you let this sit longer?
I let this sit longer. But I ain't got time. We're going to share that piece, so I'm going to let this sit. Then we're going to garnish it with a little mustard from me. That's not dressed. It's really just a garnish for more. All right, I'm going in. Hopefully I don't burn the roof of my mouth. Blow.
It's called quiche.
Tart.
Tart. Quiche is no crust.
No, quiche has a crust. It needs to chill. It needs to. It's good, right?
Really good.
Right? Caramelized goat cheese tart.
It really is good. I want to say it. I want to buy it.
The crust is good too, isn't it?
The whole thing's good. I even like it this hot.
Really? It's burning my throat.
How long does it take?
What?
Look.
To make? Well, I documented it.
It's good.
Okay.
Holding your breath still, you jump the fire. We'll just sit and wait till
He said, darling, do you swear a lot on this show? Because I have my children with me at all times and I don't want to play it in fear of hurting their ears. Are you kidding?